This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, the Standard Speaker's managing editor stops by to discuss Hazleton's stormwater fee. Welcome to FYI Weekend. I'm Ken Karen. Thanks for joining us. Recently, I sat down with Standard Speaker managing editor Mark Ketcher, and he gave me some more insight into a story that ran in the paper earlier this week about Hazleton's stormwater maintenance fee. Mark, you're here to talk about a story, a big headline that was on the front page of the Standard Speaker on Thursday about this stormwater fee new for Hazleton residents. Mayor Joe Yannuzzi came here on our show, was in the Standard Speaker, all over, really wanted to get the word out to residents. Now in the story in the Standard Speaker, there's a councilman saying if you're a resident, to appeal this fee. If you could just talk about the story and the situation a little bit.
Sure. The fee is just hitting the residents right now. The bills went out in early May, so they're really seeing this for the first time, and they're really realizing that this is a new tax, and some people are raising concerns about it. Some people on council feel that the fee was not enacted in the proper way. They question the complicated formula that is used to derive the fee for each property owner, and they're asking residents to appeal. Of course, the mayor and administration do not favor that, because now they're being flooded with complaints and appeals from residents. So it's really putting a burden on the city and on the administration. So they're kind of two sides to this story, as it always seems to be with city government.
Mark, you're in the journalism field. How good's your math? You got to see this formula. You looked at it. What did you think of it?
Well, there are several different classifications. It really depends on what zoning classification your property is located in, and that would be residential, commercial, industrial. So there are different formulas for those zoning classifications, and then it also depends on your lot size. So that's another factor that's thrown into this formula. And then the amount of impervious to pervious ground, which would be asphalt or concrete. Again, the water runoff is the question here. So the city enacted this stormwater fee based on the amount of impervious surface on your property. Of course, that water runs off into the storm shores and has an impact on the infrastructure. And again, that's what's at the issue here. But I've seen the formulas, and it is very complicated, difficult for the average customer to understand. So I can understand why taxpayers and residents of the city of Hazleton would have questions about it. In the story in Thursday's paper, we did have a few paragraphs explaining that some of the appeals that have already come into the city are put off to the side so that Dominic Yannuzzi, the city engineer, can take a look at them. Apparently he came up with the formula, and he's best suited to address these issues, because again, it is a very complicated formula.
So a lot going on there. At another time here we see, Mark, and I didn't read the story yet, but if it's one councilman, but council and the mayor just not seeing eye to eye in the city of Hazleton.
Right. Again, the councilman, Dave Sosar, is encouraging people to just basically appeal the stormwater fee, the stormwater tax bill that they received. And a lot of people have done that already. I would expect more people to do that based on the advice of City Council. But again, the mayor is opposing that request, that method, for obvious reasons. The money's needed to generate revenue for the city. That's his contention. And also, again, the number of appeals that would come into the city would put an undue burden on city officials in their ability to respond and then enact this tax in a fair and equitable manner.
Well, as the story keeps to develop, make sure you keep your eyes on the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Thank you to Mark for joining us. Next, we have a story that combines sports and news, and I just love that. It's sports because it's about a boxer from Freeland, and it's news because the story happened not in a ring, but at the Capitol building in Harrisburg.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Representative Mullery and myself rise to speak about the achievements of an outstanding athlete and young woman who has literally fought her way to the top. Emily Appleman of Freeland, Luzerne County, is a junior at Shippensburg University, where she is a sociology major and a member of the school's boxing club team. Emily was a track and field athlete in high school, but she decided to give boxing a try when she went to college and found that she was pretty good at it. In fact, Emily is so good that she advanced to the National Collegiate Boxing Association's Women's Championship at West Point, New York, earlier this month, after winning a gold medal in the regional competition. Mr. Speaker, Emily and 4 other women made history as the first to compete at the national level. She did very well, coming away with a silver medal in the 132-pound weight class. Emily and other boxers in the club are dedicated to their sport and put in long hours of training with very little recognition. That is why we are proud to be able to shine the spotlight on Emily today and congratulate her for a job well done. At this time, I would like you to give Emily a round of applause for her impressive athletic accomplishments. You have made Pennsylvania very proud. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Emily Appleman on that honor. This weekend we have news from the desk of the Freeland YMCA. The Y will host a summer basketball camp in July and in August. The cost is $40 per camper and each child will receive a t-shirt. Camp will run from 1 until 3:30 each day. For more information, you can call the Freeland Y at the number on your screen or you can email them at that email address on your screen. Coming up on FYI Weekend in Sports, we'll learn more about MMI Baseball's Sam Harmon. And up next, we'll talk with some champions from the Hazleton Area School District.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Sense of using junk. We're going to learn about it here on FYI, our segment every Wednesday with Tamara. She is the owner of the Sage Exchange right here in downtown Hazleton. I like this. This was all junk before, and then instead of throwing it out, I'm notorious of throwing anything out that I'm not using. So if I'm going to throw it out, I'll just give it to you.
Give it to me.
There you go.
I love everything and anything. Nothing is junk to me.
There you go. And you're going to be having some sessions, right?
I'm going to start Defunk Your Junk workshop. So you could bring your junk here. We'll see what we could do with it. And they're just fun. I just have a lot of fun.
Some ideas. So what are some of these?
So, okay, that door back here was just being thrown for garbage. And what I did is I milk painted the front of it. I put some burlap in it. And the back you can use, I mean, I just have a couple pictures hanging here, but you can put Post-it notes, you can chalkboard paint in there. Old doors are great. You could make tables out of them. You could do tons of stuff with old doors. This was an old core that had wire on it I found in the dumpster out front. And I put some burlap on that. It's great for books. It's great for your DVDs, all kinds of things. I just thought it was cute to just have that on the side.
All right, and then you took an old chair.
This was sitting out for garbage, total garbage. I took, again, I love my burlap. I took burlap, reupholstered that. I'll have the, the steps on TV on how to do that, and just reupholstered it. I love my milk paint, gives it that vintagey look, and that's it. I mean, it was pennies. That's just some old wood. I love my wood and my grapevine. Here's my pallets. I just covered them with burlap. There's a lot. And
you made a wall out of it.
I made a wall. And burlap is great. It's great to work with. And just hot glue, really.
All right, all this information, all the steps, because it is time consuming, is on your website. You can go to the website. You can check out our website as well. We're learning on decorating on a little budget or not a budget at all. We'll see you next week right here on FYI.
Now, we often hear of state champions in high school sports, but today we have a tale of state champs, but it took place at the Pennsylvania Middle School Computer Fair at Dickinson College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and these talented champs are 7th grade students at the Hazleton Elementary Middle School. Our Lisa Sugart had the chance to talk with the students and see their award-winning project up close.
Today we are here at the Hazleton Elementary Middle School with 4 young ladies who have created impressive projects that have received major recognition. One of them a first place winner at a state competition, and another a first place winner on a regional level. Now I'm here with the 4 young ladies, and they're going to tell us about their projects. I'm going to start first with Isabella Nika. Isabella, tell us, I guess, first of all, about all these competitions and how you got involved.
Well, first of all, we have to do a regional competition, and the first place winners, there's about 20 of us. We all go to states and compete there.
Now this all started, though, as part of a project here in Mrs. Sharp's class, Mrs. Sharon Sharp, and she is the gifted support teacher. So you did it as part of her class, the project to begin with, and then went on.
Yes, and we started whatever as a normal little project, and we advanced and we made it very complex.
All right, and it looks beautiful from what I can see. Alexis, I guess, tell us about the Tiki Torture project that is behind me.
Well, last year we started with it and we thought that we could make it better. So this year we decided to go big, and so it had to contain a logo, a menu, business products, and it just somehow won.
And there was really a lot of work put into this. So how long did it take you to complete this project?
It probably took about 3-4 months to complete it with about 4 days a week work.
Wow, congratulations. And I failed to mention your last name, Alexis Coolish, so I want to give credit where credit is due. Also joining me here is Delari Hernandez. And Delari, you worked on the other project, which took first place on the regional level. Tell us about your logo design project.
Well, my logo design project is for the computer fair itself. So if I were to win, then it would be displayed on everything that the computer fair would have. And it doesn't have too many strings attached to it as the graphic design, but since it has not that much, it's that much harder to do. And I only had a limit for 2 colors for the logo.
Oh, wow. Well, you did a great job, and I know you're no stranger to this because this was the second time you competed in this fair, and you guys all started out in 6th grade doing this, which is pretty impressive. Right now they're in 7th grade. So you also did well the first time competing.
Yeah, I got 2nd place in regionals.
Wow, congratulations. Now, our final student here we want to talk to, we save the best for last, right, Michaela? Michaela Carrick. When you found out that all these students won, first of all, on the regional level, and then your group won at the state level, first place, what was that like?
I knew that all our hard work paid off, and it just felt great that we had so much competition, but ours won, and all of our work was shown to everyone.
Now, you're all members of this gifted class that got to do this project. Do you hope to do anything like this when you graduate and go on to school later on?
I hope so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what about you? Do you hope that this will guide you in a career maybe later on?
Yeah, hopefully, because I just love playing around on computers and making stuff that looks great.
You guys plan on competing again next time?
I definitely do.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. I want to give fair chance over here, too. Do you hope that this is going to guide you? Maybe you want to do something like this when you graduate from school?
I definitely think so. I think doing it now will definitely help us in the future.
Okay.
I think it had a great influence on deciding whether or not we like it or not.
And did you?
Yeah.
Well, I just want to take the opportunity to say congratulations, because what you did looks like work really that would be on a college level or at least a high school level. So remember, they were only in 6th grade when they started doing all of this work. So congratulations to all of you and to Mrs. Sharp for doing a great job. And we hope that we'll come back next year and you'll be first place winners, all of you again. Congratulations.
Now it's time for our FYI Community Calendar, the weekend edition. This weekend marks the annual St. Jude Parish Fest International Fest. The event features ethnic foods, music, and entertainment, a Kids World walkabout to learn more about other countries and more. Plus, bring a can of food to help fill the truck for those in need. The International Fest takes place Saturday from 4 until 11 p.m. and Sunday from noon until 9 p.m. in the Grove at St. Jude's Church on Route 309 in Mountaintop. Up next on FYI, it's sports, and we talk more about the MMI baseball team.
It's time for Movie Minute right here on News 13, your weekly look at what's playing at Regal Cinema 10, just outside the Laurel Mall. 2 new releases this weekend, including Maleficent. As a beautiful young woman of pure heart, Maleficent has a great life in a forest kingdom. When an invading army threatens the land, she joins up and becomes its fiercest protector. However, a terrible betrayal hardens her heart and twists her into a creature bent on revenge. And the new comedy, A Million Ways to Die in the West, rated R. Mild-mannered sheep farmer Albert Stark feels certain that the western frontier is trying to kill him. However, a beautiful, pistol-packing woman named Anna rides into town and helps Albert find his inner courage. Still playing X-Men Days of Future Past, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Neighbors, Blended, and $1 Million Arm. For all the showtimes, call Regal Cinema 10 at 570-450-7454, or to speak to a movie attendant, call 570-450-7340. Hello everyone, happy Saturday. One quick announcement. This evening, happy 45th anniversary to Mike and Gloria Potence. This which comes with love from your family and friends. Everyone have a good weekend. That's tonight's Talk of the Town.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Speak softly and carry a big stick. I love that quote from Teddy Roosevelt, and it definitely applies to MMI's hard-hitting catcher Sam Harmon, who's been turning heads with his work behind the plate and in the batter's box. Here's a special feature for FYI Weekend. Dave Seaman from the Hazleton Standard Speaker joins us, the sports editor there. And one player I've heard a lot about, his teammates are raving about him, the coach is raving about him, their catcher Sam Harmon.
Well, it's tough to be a catcher unless you're experienced, and Sam is definitely experienced. He's been around for a few years with the prepper program. Before that, he was involved in a lot of youth leagues in the area, and he makes that job easier. And they have a lot of experienced players with Corey Rogers and Charlie Karchner, R.J. Cupshaw, players like that, Alec Andes. But Sam Harmon is definitely one of the most experienced players, and for him to have the experience of calling games, being in charge of the pitchers, it's like another coach on the field for the team.
How long have you been catching? How long have you been a catcher?
Since I was 8 years old.
Okay, and what year are you now? Are you a senior? Or are you a
Junior.
Junior? What do you like about the position so much? What about, I mean, that's a rough position.
Just you're involved in every play. You're in charge of everything, and you really get to dictate how the game goes.
MMI entered the District 2 Single-A playoffs on a roll. On May 5th, the Preppers beat Northwest with freshman pitcher Kishan Patel on the mound. After the game, even though not one specific question was about him, Sam Harmon's name kept coming up.
I give a lot of credit to our catcher, Sam Harmon. Man, he takes these kids on the side. He does it. They had all the confidence in the world.
Sam was really good. Sam, our catcher, was really good behind the plate. He threw at least 5 kids out. It helped us a lot.
How do you help the young guys along?
Just trying to make sure that they have confidence in themselves and in their stuff. Just trying to keep them relaxed. Don't want to have them too overwhelmed or anything. Just trying to keep them calm on the mound.
In the first round of the district playoffs, Harmon smacked this hit that drove in 2 as the Preppers' offense exploded for 9 runs in a win over Wyoming Seminary. This time, his name was brought up to teammates in post-game interviews.
He's only a junior, but he's really good. He's one of the best catchers in the league, and everybody knows it. He can throw out anybody. He's a great catcher. He hits, too. I know catchers are most known for their defense, but he's a great hitter now.
He usually tells me if he sees something that I do wrong, like if my weight's coming forward, if I'm short-arming it. He just tells me to play it cool and take a breath and keep pitching.
Is he a calm guy? What's he kind of like? I mean, is he the rah-rah kind of guy? Is he calm? Is he a calming force?
He's more of a calm player, but when we need him, he's always there.
Harmon kept calm, and the Preppers kept moving on in the district playoffs. In the championship game, he hit a double to keep an important MMI rally going as the Preppers came back from a 5-2 deficit to win the school's first ever baseball district championship. Harmon was 3 for 3 in that title game. Describe yourself. You're kind of a calm guy.
Kind of calm, laid back.
Good to have in these situations.
Yeah,
in playoffs.
I guess so.
I'm guessing a lot more people are getting to know Harmon and the Preppers, and there's teams in the state playoffs who are a little worried about meeting them face-to-face. We had 4 teams win district titles last week. Hazleton area won both the baseball and softball districts 2/4 sub-regional tournaments. MMI and Tamaqua both won district titles in baseball, and all 4 teams will be in action on Monday in the state playoffs. Well, that's sports for now, but there's still more FYI after this break. It's the weekend, and I love sitting at a high top, ordering some delicious apps and having a few beverages with my friends at Bottlenecks, where they have an awesome atmosphere with awesome food.
welcome back to the Hazleton Animal Shelter. I'm here with Charlie, who is an approximately 1.5 to 2-year-old King Charles Spaniel Papillon mix. He's very friendly and loves to be held and be around people. Charlie is also neutered, up to date on all of his shots, and is of course negative for heartworm and Lyme. Charlie is very friendly and affectionate once you get to know him, but he's a little bit nervous with strangers, so we wouldn't necessarily recommend him for people with children under the age of 10. Charlie is very sweet and affectionate and looking for his forever home. Now let's have a look at our cats in the colony. Hello again. Here I have with me Patty. Patty, as you can see, loves to be held, and she's very friendly and laid back. Patty is a domestic medium hair who is approximately 2 years old, so she'd need some moderate brushing. Patty is also spayed, current on all of her vaccinations, and tested negative for feline leukemia and FIV. She's very friendly and very healthy, and as I said, not only likes to be held, but loves to be petted and to interact with the other cats. We recommend Patty here for basically any good, loving, forever home. For homes already with cats or for homes with no animals, I'm sure Patty here would be a great addition. So if anybody is interested in Charlie, Patty, or any of the other animals we have down here at the Hazleton Animal Shelter, please come on down to 101 North Poplar Street, between 1 and 4 every day but Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you very much.
How cool was Charlie? I know someone out there wants Charlie because I'm not even a dog person, and I really like Charlie. Well, thanks for spending some of your precious weekend time with us here at FYI. We'll see you again on Monday. Until then, take it easy, everyone.